Welcome to the Bella Vista Gardening Program. This is JB Portello, and I am very proud to have joining me today Tony Lacassi, the president of our grand organization, the Bella Vista Garden Club.
Okay.
Boy, do we have some surprises today. We have some good things happening.
Yes, we do.
Sure. We are here to tell you, at the end, we'll tell you a little bit about what to do in May and what kinds of things happen in the garden. But mostly, we're here to tell you about our latest inaugural event called the Garden Party. Now, normally what we do every 2 years is have a tour of local gardens in the area. But this time, we decided to do something a lot different. We are hosting with the help of the City of Bella Vista and with the POA, our first Good Time in the Garden. We're celebrating National Garden Week, and it's such a beautiful place to be anyway, Bella Vista. And before we get into the details of that, I want Tony to tell us your goals. What's the goals for the Garden Club?
Well, thanks for inviting me this morning to begin with. Basically, when I became president of the club, my main goal was for the Bella Vista Garden Club to help put the beauty back in Bella.
Yes.
And so we do that through landscape. Most communities, the rebirth of a lot of communities always seems to start with landscaping. If you look at the Bentonville Square, it started with landscaping. You look at Nashville, Tennessee, it started with landscaping, and you could go across the country, and that's pretty much the format. The more green you have, the more trees, the more shrubs, the more flowers, the higher the property values go, the lower the crime rate, the fewer people, people are more not as transient, all of those things. So that was a big thing. And we were going to do this, through not with a lot of education, to educate the public. And we got really lucky when we started the year. One of my members found this cultivar they were ordering bulbs online, and they saw this cultivar of a daffodil called, oddly enough, the Bella Vista daffodil.
Right.
And so it is a magnificent flower. And so we said, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could get everybody in the city to agree and rally around one little simple thing like a flower? Can we start this bonfire with this spark of a flower?
Yes.
Okay. And so last year we got over 14,000 bulbs planted in Bella Vista. And that was without the POA being on board. That was just the Garden Club and the city. This year with the POA coming on board, we're looking for some big things happening. And out of that now we've outreached to businesses to improve their landscaping. We've outreached to churches and schools and hospitals to improve their landscaping. We're reaching out to homeowners to do the same thing. And now, thanks to you and your committee, you've come up with this marvelous idea for this garden party to link gardening with art.
Yes.
And how important art and gardening are really hand in hand, because they're both art forms. And
when you say art, that includes music.
Absolutely.
It includes sculpture. It includes everything.
Exactly. All the arts.
Yes. Yes.
So anyway, that was our goal at the beginning of the year, and we're 10 months into the year now, into this year. My term is a 2-year term, and I feel like we've made a lot of progress, and so we're continuing with the program.
Well, and I'm sure, viewers, that you have seen earlier in the spring this beautiful array of the Bella Vista daffodil at the fire stations, at City Hall. It's just miraculous. And I remember you saying at one time, Tony, I want that to be the signal in the spring for everybody to do cleanup and get started.
Right. When you see the daffodils come up, it's time to grab that garden rake and those pruning shears and get out front, clean that front up, run to the nursery, get some new color, get it in the ground, and because we need to take pride in where we reside.
Speaking of nurseries, why don't we take this moment to say that we also have a huge spring and fall plant sale. Our club does, and we're about ready to have another one in May.
Right,
May the
May 7th. Right.
Now, if for some reason, viewers, if you miss that sale, remember you can still buy those plants at the wastewater facility. It's at Village Wastewater, and it will be the 7th of May from 8 till 1.
Right.
Right.
Have over 1,000 plants this year.
Yes, yes. So it's really exciting. Okay, now for the good stuff.
Now for the good
Not
stuff.
that wasn't good. It was wonderful. Okay, the theme this year for the Garden Club is we're promoting Bella Vista, and we want to encourage pride in the community through combined efforts of businesses, artists, musicians, everything like that. The mayor, thanks to Tony, has created a proclamation declaring Bella Vista, that Bella Vista Garden Week, and he will be there at the party.
Right.
And get this, I love this part.
Right.
You know who's going to be there to introduce him?
No, this is a surprise.
It is. I have a bagpiper in full regalia.
Okay.
Will be there to not only introduce the mayor, but as the sun goes down, because this party is from 4:30 in the evening till sunset. And imagine hearing a bagpipe at sunset. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yep, be great.
Yeah.
Because the venue is, you haven't told them where the venue is yet.
I have not.
Is really a magical magical place.
Yeah.
But the proclamation for making the first full week of June every year Garden Week in Bella Vista to coincide with National Garden Week.
Exactly. Do you think we might have a view of our poster very quickly about the Garden Club? What I would love to share with you, is give you a little bit of a picture of what the venue will look like. It should be there in a second on the screen. But the actual party is on near the 18th hole of the Scottsdale Golf Course. Now remember that the Scottsdale Golf Course will be closed down for renovation during this time, so we don't have to worry about getting hit in the head with a golf ball or anything. The POA is graciously put on loan to us the beautiful little side park with a pond. The picture you're seeing right now on the screen shows you a little bit. That's actually a picture of the pond. We envision only white tents with artists some of them painting, some of them having exhibits. They can be by the pond, they can be, it'll just be magical. We expect 15 to 20 artists and different booths of things going on. We'll have garden book. Tell them about our 2 booths, the 2 booths we're going to have as the Garden Club.
Well, we'll have an information and help booth. The help will be any gardening problem or question you may have. There will be master gardeners there to help you on how to garden in Bella Vista, especially if you're new to the area. And then the second booth, we will be showing, I've got ladies in Florelia that are also part of the Garden Club, and they are fabulous at flower arranging, but they'll be mainly concentrating on how to do tabletop arrangements for your upcoming, birthdays, weddings, your Thanksgiving and Christmas table, whatever. So. And that's free to the public.
Yes, that part is.
That part is.
Yes. Now, as far as artists go, we have the Artists of Northwest Arkansas bringing a lot of their all medias, everything that they want to come up with. And we have the Village Art Club, who is preparing to be on board. We hope to have a photography group as well. I know that at least 2, if not more, of the local nurseries, Birdsong Nursery and Landscaping, will be there. And in fact, guess what the lady at Birdsong is going to do for us?
What's that?
Because we haven't talked yet about the food and the wine.
I was going to jump. I was waiting for you.
Yeah.
Because everybody's wanting to hear about that.
I know.
Yeah.
We have a wine booth.
Yeah, we'll have a nice selection of wines. There'll be light and heavy hors d'oeuvres that will be
walk around. Yes.
We'll have hostesses walking throughout the venue with trays of those goodies, And and then some lovely music playing in the background, which you're going to hear
We're going to hear in a
little
minute.
later in the program
Yes,
here.
Yes.
And then the city will have a booth there as well, talking about what the city is doing to put the beauty back in Bella. And the POA will have a booth there as well, talking about what their plans are to put the beauty back in Bella. So all in all, then it's up to us to all go home and put some beauty back on our own landscapes at home and at our businesses and our homes. So.
Absolutely.
Right.
And in fact, I'll be sharing with you a little bit later, businesses, if you're out there listening to us, we have a way that you can be part of this as well. And you get a lot of good benefits from it. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm also thinking about maybe some of our birders in the area. We may have Audubon group there. That's part of the beauty. Yep. A lot of people care about birds.
Yes.
And the bees and the flowers and the trees.
That's right.
And all that. Okay, well now, this is my favorite part. Today, you're going to experience a really great duo. Now, I have to brag on them a bit, and I'm not their mother, so don't go there, but I am a big fan. I was at a party at 225 South Main, which is an art gallery in Bentonville, and I was sitting in at a private dinner in one of the rooms, and I heard them from the room next to them. I didn't even see them. And I had to get up from my dinner and walk out and watch them. So now I'm going to give you an opportunity to experience Rosenbridge. I'd like to introduce to you Tim Warren and Christian Serrano. Take it away, boys. Wow, can we have
Wow.
another? Right. That was Over the Rainbow, of course. What's this next one?
This next one we're going to do is a Rose and Bridge original called Counterfeit.
Oh.
Thank you all for having us, by the way.
You're welcome. Wow. You know what I love, other than the music, I love the expression on your faces. You're into these songs, I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
Hardcore.
And you know what I like about
What?
this, JB?
What?
Is these two young men reside in the hills of Bella Vista.
They do, and they are, at least Tim is a gardener.
They are one of us.
Yes.
We're proud of you.
We're proud of you here.
And are both of you gardeners?
He's
I'm
working
starting
in-
to.
Okay,
He's
okay.
working in the garden.
They will be when I get through.
I know. That's right. So I mean, what better headliner for us at our garden party than Rosin Bridge?
It's such a pleasure. Sunday, my mom came over who got me into gardening, and we had a 3-generation garden planting party just this last Sunday. So
Fantastic.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm so happy to be here as well. So thank you guys so much for
Great.
having me.
Oh,
Really appreciate it.
You bet.
oh, that's
Great.
just
Yeah.
just amazing. So anyway, let me tell you just a little bit about how you can get tickets to this great event. They'll probably go on sale, well, not probably, they will go on sale the 1st of May in various locations. We know for sure that you will be able to pick them up at Birdsong Nursery and Landscaping, and that's at 13465 Lookout Drive in Bella Vista. It's right next to the Artist Retreat Center,
Right,
okay, on the
right.
main strip. We also know that the Bella Vista Flea Market and Antique Mall will have these on sale. We also feel certain that Arvest Banks, and we know that Bank of the Ozarks will have these on sale. We'll also have a way for you to go online and find out a bunch of things. We will be tracking those of you that buy tickets so that we can send you updated information as we go along.
Will they be able to buy tickets online?
They will be able to buy
Good.
tickets online.
That's what I like to hear.
I know. I think we're getting a little bit more uptown now in our
Yeah, there
garden
we are.
group.
There we are.
Yeah. So that is the email address for tickets is BV Garden Party Tickets, all no spaces, at gmail.com.
And we have 120 members in the community, so
We
if you know a
do.
garden club member, you
Yes.
know, tap them on the shoulder because they will have them.
effective tomorrow.
Effective tomorrow.
We're
Exactly.
making all of our, we're suggesting heavily
Right.
that all of our members sell tickets. So, we're just beyond excited about this.
Now, what we didn't mention is all of this, all this fabulous art
Yes.
and
Why are we
great
doing
music
it?
and food and wine
Yeah.
and information and help and you name it for a simple donation of $10.
$10,
I mean-
that's it. Now, we do want you to bring your pocketbooks because the artist will have things on sale.
right.
I don't know about you guys, but you may have, I don't know if you do CDs or what, but it doesn't, if you wanted to, you could. We will have a silent auction.
Yep.
We
There
have
you go.
beautiful things. We have a garden quilt for sure that I know of that is just gorgeous.
Okay.
We have all kinds of just amazing things. And as we go along, we are collecting other items.
Right.
Don't worry, business owners. You have a chance to also donate in any form you'd like. We will be calling on you very soon. And that donation can be, we have a million ways for you to do it. Well, maybe 3 or 4, maybe not a million. But you can donate with money, that's fine, because we can always put that to good use. Remember, all of this is going towards scholarships for horticultural students.
Right, that's exactly
That's
right.
why we're doing this, and also to help beautify Bella Vista. But you can do a dollar donation. You could donate something. You could do an event, an exhibit or a booth, which would be great. You could. One of our business is actually providing some volunteers to help us with the workers. Delivering food. Birdsong is actually providing us with a bartender, which really is a wine tender because
Right,
that's what we're
right,
having.
right.
I'm working with Savoy Tea to come up with a Bella Vista Garden Club blend, something that ices well.
Right.
I'm just beyond excited about all these things. Tony, let's you and I talk for just a moment about things that we need to do in May
Okay.
as gardeners.
Sure.
Okay. So why don't you tell us about lawns? What are you doing for your lawn right now?
Well, of course, May's the month you want to fertilize your lawn.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to fertilize it any earlier than this. May's a good time. That's going to get it established to handle the heat and drought that's probably going to be coming. That's number one. Number two, a big concern about mowing heights. I see a lot of people mowing very, very short. And turf specialist will tell you 2.5 inches is pretty average. Fescues, everybody recommends. All the growers of fescue seed will tell you need to be mowing at 3 inches for fescue. So that's a concern of ours. You're just going to have a healthier, nicer lawn mowing at 2.5 to 3 inches. And then the third thing that is really important is to leave those grass clippings down. Mm-hmm. I don't know of a turf specialist at a major university in the ag department that would not agree with that statement. Everyone to the letter will tell you, please leave the grass clippings down. So you'll just have you'll have a healthier lawn and you'll have to water less.
Exactly.
So,
Now that means kind of mow regularly, so you don't have to bale hay in the middle.
Typically, if you were in a perfect world, you would mow every 5 days.
Yes, in a perfect
But most people, get to it once a week, and once a week, I would say, is the minimum.
Right. Well, as far as annuals and perennials go, you can set out your bedding plants right now. You can even set out some things that you normally keep in the house.
Right.
You could begin to in
Right.
May. As far as those bulbs that are in the ground, don't knock that foliage down.
Well, you're talking about the daffodils.
The daffodils or
Yes.
any bulb really,
Any
iris, let it just die
Right.
a natural death. Right?
All bulb type flowers will die to the ground, but that green must remain on top because that's re-energizing the bulb in the ground so it'll flower again next year. So it's like recharging the battery.
That's right.
Right.
And it's very tempting to just go pull those out of the ground,
Right.
but please
Right.
don't do that.
Or cut them off.
That's right. We don't want to do that.
If you do think they're a little bit unsightly and you have other things growing and you don't want that, what you can do to leave them remaining is just fold the tops over and tie them down with a piece of natural like a jute, for example, because is a natural string, and you can tie them down flat to the ground like that. But you don't cut anything off.
That's right. That's right. Also, herbs now, about 50% of them, when it's about 50 degrees out, you can start putting your herbs
Yes,
out in the
yep,
ground.
yep.
Some of them are a little like the cooler weather. Some of them kind of sit there and wait until it's warmer, but it's the perfect time. And you can do those in containers on your deck. You don't have to have a garden.
No. Matter of fact, that's what I've done at my place recently. I created a whole corner with a bench and everything of nothing but herbs in a variety of unique pots that made a little herb corner, so to speak.
So I have an idea.
Yeah.
We're talking about little vignettes at our garden party.
Yes.
You know, we could have Tony's herb corner.
Oh, could have Tony's little herb. Well, that's maybe a possibility. We'll see. We've got about 80% of them have already come back and are looking good, so that's a possibility.
Yeah. I see that. What about trees and shrubs?
Well, trees, it's getting almost a little bit late to start trimming them now because they are budding out, but I like trimming trees in the fall. But they could use a good a well-balanced fertilizer right now, just where all the numbers are even, like 222, 666, 10, 10, 10, whatever it is that you put down. But a balanced fertilizer is best for trees and most shrubs, unless it's a flowering shrub, in which case it wouldn't hurt to have the last of those 3 digits a little on the higher side.
Well, and for rhododendrons and azaleas, you feed after they bloom.
After they bloom.
After they bloom.
Right.
And you can deadhead lilac. You can deadhead them, but be careful about deadheading. Some things, yes. Some things, just leave it.
Right.
Because it's
I like
important.
deadheading roses because I find they continue to bloom better. Especially the people are planting a lot of these knockouts now. But any floribunda, which means an ever-blooming rose, really performs better if it's deadheaded regularly. I know it's tedious, which brings me up to a point on roses. If it is a floribunda, an ever-blooming rose, it's best to give it a little fertilizer once a month because it takes a lot of energy to produce those flowers. If it's a rose that just blooms in the spring, 1 or 2 feedings a year. If it only blooms in the spring and then again in early fall, probably 2 feedings a year. But the ones that bloom constantly, a little bit every month. So bloom according to the type of, feed according to the type of rose that it is.
And if you forget, just call Tony.
There you go.
Well, thank you, Tony.
Hey, my pleasure.
And Tim and Christian, you have my heart. For joining me today and helping me spread the word about this amazing event. It'll be good. It's going to be such a good time.
Mark your calendars.
Mark your calendars.
Saturday, June.
Friday.
Yes,
Friday,
June the 10th.
Yes.
4:30 till
Till
sunset.
sunset.
Scottsdale Golf Course.
Yes. And be looking on social media for all sorts of reminders. Get those tickets. Buy them for the whole family. And I want to close today with a question. Okay?
Sure.
What if the Bella Vista Garden Club had a party and you didn't go? But what if you did? Thank you.